Here, do you have audio and video? Cop rigs, OD. Covert rigs in black. Split front 308 chest rigs, woodland. Rallyman subloads, multicam. Large tool bags, OD. Rallyman with pistols, woodland. Now's a good time to get those if you want those. Random Easter bags, other stuff. OD tool bags out here, larges in motion. Belts, more split front 308 chest rigs. Multicam Pals Micro 10 column, Multicam Pals Micro 8 column, 308 split fronts in Highlander, Woodland butt packs, black CQB subloads, OD black cop rigs. Iridium, what's up, bud? Wyatt Hammond, what's up? Got done workout. Nice, nice, good. Every day. Web Dad, what's up? Curie, hello. Good to see you again. Seaside Short, what's up? McDorkin, what's going on? You got your Easter bag? What do you think of it? How about this thing? Doubles the capacity of that bag right there. Paula, what's up? Cheesecake was a little bit dry. Plaid bags. DJ, what's up? 12 column OD micro rigs. More cop rigs. More Pals micros. Oh, there's some shotgun rigs back there. Multicam black, Highlander, other colors, black AKM4s, 8 mag stacked chest rigs. Adding the 6x6 on the Mr. Barry, it worked. That was always the plan. It's from the very beginning. That or 4 M4 mags on each. You could put 4 CQB mags pouches, which will give you 8 mags on one side. Benjamin Brewer, what's going on? Notification from YouTube just, oh, no notification. Notification from YouTube just happened to check. Josh, what's up, bud? The only sane place on the why, what's going on the internet tonight? Easter bag, awesome. Went with red embroidery. Also got the other Easter order. Oh, nice. The little pouch with the eggs in it. That's weird. There was more of these. Chuck, what's up? Belt fed, what's going on? No, I don't know what just happened. The iPad went black. Ian, what's up? Are we live? All right, we're live. William, what's up, Gold Leader? Double tap the screen. That'll give a like on most devices. That'll give a thumbs up there. The monthly. Oh, I own this motherfucker. I don't rent this. I don't know what rent would be, Doug. It's 10,000 feet downstairs, 6,000 feet upstairs, and it's on 10 acres of property. When I bought it, it was overgrown. You couldn't walk the property. The building was completely vandalized. The doors were welded shut, so vagrants couldn't get inside. They'd already stole all the copper and broke all the porcelain toilets and everything, and broke all the PVC line and everything. But we built it out. So we put a 6,000 foot loft in here and built out the facility up front. That's 6,000 there, 6 upstairs, and then we're like 4,000-ish out here. And then there's another, I don't know, 1,200 square feet behind this wall, which is another lean-to, which was originally 4 bathrooms. Now it's 2 large storage. I think it was 6 bathrooms before. Now it's 2 bathrooms and 2 storage rooms. But we live in the middle of nowhere, like between Nashville and Camden. Very the most impoverished town in all of Tennessee. I didn't know that when we moved here. I was very unaware of that for many years. Bikini herding chickens. That's why I don't know what we're talking about. Bikini herding. Pretty good day. Saw a girl in a bikini herding. Oh, I see what we're talking about. All right. She had 10 chickens. All you gotta do is drop a little seed. The chickens will chase you. You sure she didn't have copper in the other hand? And she nods the copper out of somebody's walls? Douglas, man, I've got on this YouTube channel here, there's how many guys? 5,000 videos, 6,000 videos, 3,000? I don't know. There's thousands of videos here. But the full build out, like when the contractors were building this place out 10 years ago, we would come over and shoot a video and then we'd sit around and kind of, you know, crack up and just bullshit. But the evolution of the building was progressively there almost every day. And the viewers on the channel would be like, hey, you should put a fireman pole. You should do a spiral staircase. You should have custom stairs made with your company logo. You should do a, you know, glass wall. And we did almost all of it. And most of that I probably would have never thought of. Like, it was just the input of, you know, our customers and clients on YouTube and stuff. So that's all there on this channel. And then I have a video series called On the Compound, and I was looking, I have over 200 of those videos, which is kind of like outside homestead, farmstead kind of stuff. But there's some other stuff mixed in those with that. Shipping on your mystery, nice. New shoes. Yeah, new shoes. We were just talking about that tonight. A bunch of us just came back from dinner. Everybody's shoes squeak in here. When you put down $10,000 tile, I guess you get squeak with it. But you have one more comment before you're banned here. So participate in the conversation or move along. 6.2 thousand videos. Thank you, Josh. We do photos of a time lapse of our jobs and send them to new clients so we can see potential. That's cool. That's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. Douglas Laney, man, we do some events here. Our next party will be here June 14th. There'll be hundreds and hundreds of people that come out. They come from all over the world, and it's free. So come on out. If you have a product, good, or service, and you'd like to be a vendor, we don't charge for that either. And there'll be axe throwing and machine guns and a tactical obstacle course and all kinds of shenanigans. Bunch of food and food trucks and, you know, a lot of stuff going on. thought of a shower that could hold 12 goats. We did. And we have a shower that you could definitely put 12 people and 12 goats in. Thanks for all the effort I put in social media. I've been a member for years. Good to see you grow. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I say don't take advice from me, but I do, and it's changed the way you do things. Thanks, man. Haven't watched a video in roughly 8 years. Randomly popped up and got me thinking I have some catching up to do. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm still at it. Yeah, I've been at it for 35 years, man. I used to joke like, man, we've been in business before the internet. We've been in business before the internet. I've been in business before home fucking computers. I was in business before cell phones. So the takeaway for somebody new is I know a little bit about doing business, and we do business in a very easy manner now. So I've started before any of that, easy device was there. Michigan, what's up? Puppet Master. Follow for a long time. Shoes were the topic. Got it. Okay. Today, I put 150,000 US dollars of spectroscopy equipment on my quad and drove through deep mud to test 4 pieces of 30-inch pipe. That's fucking awesome. Go Honda. Nice. What do you guys have? Like a Honda Foreman's, or are you running side-by-sides or what? We run all Polarises here. Not that I wouldn't run Hondas. I just, got a Polaris first and stayed with Polaris. Do you remember the first product you ever? Yeah, it was a mini mag light pouch. Very first product I ever made. Second one was a knife sheath. Both the same night. And I could not sew. Entire editions booked. Proof of concept. Just built a new 2-car garage. Nice. My dad's like, you just make shit happen. Buy something big. I say, can you afford it? He says, we'll figure it out. That's when I'm going to perform the best, when I can't afford it. When I've done something that, most people are not comfortable with, that's when I'm going to make shit work. If I have money in the bank, I am complacent. I'm comfortable. Either Patreon or YouTube. Membership for you, a business type group. Is that up and going? Yeah, I have Patreon and I have YouTube. I do a podcast, which is members only. Public, I don't know, 8 weeks, 12 weeks behind. And then Patreon, you guys ask questions and we answer those questions on Patreon. 2 very separate things. Got a foreman last year. Nice, James. Yeah, put yourself in a situation you have no choice but to succeed. Absolutely. Burn the boats. That's what that is. It's burn the boats. It's Cortez. Definitely need to buy a new belt. My old fat boy one doesn't fit right on. Extreme Ratio knives. Not familiar with them. I know the name. Good to go before Surefire handhelds. I don't know what you mean. Oh, before Surefire Fly? Yeah, we used mini mags for sure. That's what there was. I'm sure there was other shit out there, but without social media, we didn't know what that was. All we knew was what was at a gun show. 424 tracks, got it. Billy Magnum, what up? Glenn Young, what's going on? Would I ever own goats? No, I would not own goats. And I tell everybody who talks about getting goats that I would never own goats. And I've not met anybody that has goats. It's like, man, I'm so glad I didn't listen to you and I bought goats. Turning 18, what do you suggest? Your first AR? Get something reputable, man. Get something you can afford. You've got so many fucking options right now. An AR isn't like a Colt AR-15 anymore, right? They're just, it's a fucking Lego. You can turn that thing into whatever you want. Spend 600 bucks, spend 1,000 bucks, you know, buy a decent AR. You want something really good, Daniel Defense or BCM, or, I mean, you have so many options, man. Geisley makes a badass AR. Midwest, yeah, Midwest Industries, good option. Your max is 600. Your max should not be 600. Turn your max into 800 or 1,000, even if you buy a $600 AR. Do not say your max is 600. Why, if you can come up with 600, why can you not come up with 1,000? Arrow, yeah, Arrow Precision. Sounds like you've already decided, man. Because even if you spend 600 bucks, right, that gives you money for ammo, maybe an optic, a proper sling, some kind of load carriage system to carry some magazines in. You're never going to be like, man, I wish I didn't earn this extra $400 and make it 1,000. BCM, Arrow, Daniel Defense. Spend 600 on an upper, save for the lower to match. Love Colt. Yeah. That's all there used to be. Family has a dozen goats. Happy with milk, cheese, and meat. Right on. I've got hundreds of rabbits. I've got hundreds of chickens. I had 23 goats. The best thing we ever did was get rid of the fucking goats. I have sheep currently. Much simpler than goats. All my fencing is set up for goats, which means it will hold anything else. Yeah, you have so many options for an AR right now. And you're probably not going to go wrong with any of them. No, you don't have to shear hair sheep. Tons of different types of sheep are hair sheep. You do not have to shear them, and you do not have to dock their tails. Yeah, sheep won't jump on my Porsche. Sheep don't jump on my Range Rover. Sheep don't go down on the highway. Sheep don't. I just don't have any of the problems. Biggest drawback with goats? Fucking everything. Everything I just named, I'm sure I can come up with. I don't know. I'm sure I have videos out there. And the real answer is I don't give a fuck what you do. You want goats? Get some motherfucking goats. Yeah, you'll never regret an ACOG. How long do fresh eggs last? I've had them for 60 days on the counter. 60 days. Now that's unwashed, right? Because when you wash them, you wash the bloom off. The bloom, if you watch the chicken lay the egg, it comes out of the chicken's cloaca, right? It comes out of the egg hole, kind of wet, and then it dries. And that wetness is the mucus, and it works kind of like a shellac. It kind of like paints the egg. And you could take and oil the egg. You could put mineral spirits on the egg. You could put all kinds of shit on the egg. When you wash the egg, that's where your problem arises, and you have to start to refrigerate it. The United States is like the only country that refrigerates eggs. Maybe Canada, but I'll bet, Ed, do you guys refrigerate eggs? Can you buy eggs in the grocery store that are not refrigerated? Question mark. What color large tool bags? We did OD today. So OD, and I think you could get a woodland. Are these larges? Yeah. Woodland and OD. Grocery store eggs are refrigerated. There we go. You go down into Mexico, and most other countries do not refrigerate eggs. Custom assembly, local company, T-Rex Arms. They use parts from right on. Gold leader. T-Rex arms. You're in Tennessee here? The garden is fucking awesome. Goats were bought to maintain grass on a steep hillside around Buford Dam in Georgia. Did a great until the Mexicans living around the dam ate the damn goat. Yep. No eggs sold by major retailers will be warm. All are in cold storage. Family keeps what they need for personal use, sells and gives the rest away. Got it. Mine sit on the counter. I have no fucking problem. We've cracked eggs open many times at 60 days. We've intentionally left them to see what would happen. That's in the building, which is heated and air conditioned, but it probably stays 70-ish. T-Rex Arms here in Tennessee that makes holsters and does all the videos. Botkins, Lucas, and those guys. They have a store in your hometown, or it's a different store? It's a different company altogether? I let my daughter watch one of her YouTube shows in bed while I was brushing my teeth, walked in, and she was on my live. Here's a man right here, Jarhead Acres has goats. There's people on here asking if they should have goats. What's your take on goats, Jarhead Acres? Anybody know where to get the drones that they developed to draw light away from? Oh, I have no idea, man. Softball girl, what's up? When's the last time you drove the Ranger? It's been a long time. Electro Spirit wants you to know that he is oiled up and ready for your abuse. Kind of a weird thing, but if that's what he's into, I guess. There you go. Anybody wants goats, you can have all his goats. Everybody I know with goats wants to get rid of goats. But you're a grown-ass man. You guys, you want goats, you get goats. You do what you want to do. We'll talk in a year. You can tell me how awesome your goats are. Dirty Civilian has a video on goats. I watch all their shit. I've not seen a goat video. Local LLC, different state. Got it. You getting Don's milk? Yeah, I get Don's milk. Absolutely, I do. I have 3 half gallons of it in the fridge right now. Yeah, when I've tasted raw milk for the first time, I'm like, holy cow, man, this tastes like milk used to taste. And then once you've had raw milk and then you taste grocery store milk, you're like, man, why is this shit gray? It looks gray. It tastes like plastic. Like it tastes like chemical when you have grocery store milk. Now's the time to sell goats for the 5th of May. Pack goats. Very different animals though, right? Pack goats. Drinking some. Right on, James. Goat vitamins get everywhere. They're so rapey. They do handstands and suck their own dicks. The males will look right at you and they've got semen all over their face, their own semen. Goats are fucking disgusting. Difference between 15 watt and 50 watt GMRS Midland. I don't know. Power, yeah, so it'd be range. But you'd probably, I don't know that you're going to get the same propagation out of if you use the same antenna with 15 as you do 50. I don't know that you have to change and tune the antenna because of sine wave, because of power. I don't know the answer to that. Grocery store milk tastes like white cheese at El Velarde. Yeah. I also don't like goat cheese, like Mexican cheese, not my thing. Arnez816, what's up? Saw a video. U.S. dropped the bomb on a man in Iraq. Loving a goat. Get goats, pigs, you have weeds. After that, they terror, but useful. Yeah. But sheep will take care of the weeds. Not as much as goats will, though. That's true. But my sheep, like, we feed our sheep just off of the grass here. And again, like, if you want goats, man, more power to you. Like, you're just, and anybody who's starting homesteading where people tell them, oh, don't get goats, they're not going to listen. Stop telling them. Let them just get goats. They'll come to the realization on their own. They're going to pay to feed these motherfuckers. They're going to get no return out of them, and they're going to get rid of them, or they just like punishment. I feed my sheep a small pitcher of sweet feed every morning also. And I guarantee that my goats are eating way more than just grass, right? They have access to all the trees and everything else growing back there on those several acres. Neighbor has cooney pigs. About getting a couple from, yeah, if you want pigs, you'll like them. My neighbor had pigs. He got rid of all his pigs. I don't have to have pigs. I have friends that have pigs. Jose, good to see you today, man. Stay clever, yeah, range, but a good antenna that is tuned to the band with a good ground plane will get you as far or further on 15 as an OK antenna on 50. There we go. It's like good AR with cheap glass. Got it. 50 watts is quite a bit of power. The most important thing with ham and GMRS radio is antenna. Reputable quarter wave antenna will be more important than cranking out the highest power. Saw your first bobcat. Man, I saw a video of a dude today that was attacked by a bobcat. Somebody said something about being attacked by a bobcat the other night somewhere I saw. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. I've never seen a bobcat that would attack me. I've seen, mostly smaller bobcats. A male will get about 40 pounds. A big male bobcat's about 40 pounds. And then when you talk about lynxes, Canadian lynx, they're probably like 80, 75, 80 pounds for a male. Carpathian lynx, they're probably about 90 pounds for a male. Then those are big males, right? Those are probably not like wild in the wild. Those are probably kept in captivity. But I did see a video today of a dude that fucking got attacked. He had video of it, of him getting attacked by a fucking bobcat. Does all goat's milk have a gamey taste? I do not know. Lamppost, what's up? We were talking about you earlier. Good to see you, and glad you made it home safely. AJ, what's up? I told Isaac that when I cut all that wood, I will set all the big logs aside for you. We can help you with that some. We just couldn't do it today. We have 2 bobcats I seen in my backyard a month ago. Just get dogs, man. Fence the yard where your other animals are. Get some livestock dogs. You won't have any bobcat problems. On a 5-watt hand transceiver, yeah, because your handy talkies, your HTs can only be 5 watts because of the power. With a diamond, I know you see some that are like 7 watt, 8 watt, but you don't want that fucking thing close to your head. You're gonna want to run like a remote mic or something for it, right? I was able to hit a repeater in Atlanta from a mountaintop in northern Georgia, 130 miles. You got fox problems. Yeah, you need fences and proper dogs. I do not have any fox problem. We had a fox problem. We did have a fox problem. But once we had the fences and the dogs, man, there is nothing that, like, my dogs even get hold of fucking hawks when they come down. My dogs literally grab birds of prey. Bobcat walked by at about 10 feet away last time I went hunting. Electrician is down to the last day tomorrow. Nice. Should be live in 2 weeks. Right on. Live catch trap. Throw some sardines in there. You'll catch some shit. We got a wolf problem in northern Wisconsin. Coworker dog was killed. I saw a video today of a fucking goat. I think it was a goat. And I think the goat was like tied up and a fucking wolf came in and chewed it up. It was in a livestock group. And somebody said it looked like feral dogs. It didn't look like wolves from the footprints that were in blood there. Not worried about getting attacked by a bobcat. I think I can take one with my boot. Are we live on here or did we blink again? Live, all right. Bobcat got 20 razors to fight with. This dude had a fucking a mouth bite. Like you could see all the teeth and shit. Like it bit the shit out of him. Like on his upper bicep, shoulder. What was the multicam black with the 6x6s? Oh, it's a multicam black with 6x6s. You'll see soon enough, I'm sure. You guys will figure out what this is soon enough. It's got a shoulder strap with it, Velcro line, so you can put 4 small mesh pockets on the walls, 2 on each side or a large. It's bigger than a tool bag, and the 6x6s double the capacity. You could also put 4 CQB mag pouches and have 8 mags on one side and then zippered utilities on the other, or you could put full-size smokes in there, so you could have some mags, some smokes, a lot of medical on there. Someone trying a bobcat with a boot. There's a grown man here in my town that was hospitalized by a bobcat after it jumped on him when he entered his workshop. Is the medical backpack the only one you make? It's the only one that we sell. There is another one that's considerably larger. We've not ever sold them, not on the website anyways. All right, guys, I'm out. Everybody have a good evening. We're going to record Pulling the Thread podcast tomorrow and do some other video stuff. A few snackle boxes would fit in there. I promise you, Plano makes some boxes that would fit perfectly in here, and they also make boxes that fit perfectly in our tool bag and our large tool bags for you guys fishing, or you just want to carry a bunch of fasteners and stuff. Mountain, yeah, I'd be much more worried about a mountain lion than a bobcat. I'd love to see a Scully patch, same expression he had into the jungle kit. Need to get my ex-wife to stop asking me for $50. At least it's only $50, buddy. At least it's only $50. Besides, I mean, you just have to negotiate better. Like, what are you getting for your $50? You liked her at one time. She is the ex-wife. All right, guys. Good night.